Okay, welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to a Vintage Preliminary event. We are almost at the final showcase of the year. That'll be this weekend. And I currently have not found a deck I've been happy to play. I've tried many decks, as you can see on the left-hand side of my screen. There are many, many decks that I have been trying. And none of them have made me extremely happy. I did try some Coveted Jewel today, and it went horrible. I tried some PO with Urza Saga in it, and it went horrible. Urza Saga won me no games and lost me 2 games, and I just about had enough. So we're going back to the tried and true 2019 Esper PO. We kind of streamlined the deck a little bit here, trying to get rid of some of the clunkiness at the top end and add some resiliency here. So we are playing 1 Lavinia, 1 Teferi, 2 Dress Down, 1 Hercules, and 2 Night's Whisper in the flex slots. Night's Whisper, a historical Esper PO card. Basically, the thought is on turn 1, you can play an off-color Moxen and cast Night's Whisper and get some card quantity, as PO is a deck that typically cares about card quantity instead of card quality. I am still going to play Dress Down because I still think you need answers to Archon of Emeria and Collector Roof, but I'm not going to play Balance, and I'm not going to play Swords in the main because I want my deck to actually be good at doing its thing. We are still going to play, of course, the Swords and the Balances in the board, among a variety of other answers, bizarre answers, and other combo answers. Some Hercules, not all 4 Hercules, but some Hercules, and an additional piece of Flusterstorming. I am hoping that a slimmed down version of PO here that focuses on doing what PO is best at will help make the deck a little more cohesive. That's the plan anyways. Of course, round 1, we are going to play against a Bizarre player. So, let's begin. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. Okay, here we go. Round 1, Vintage Preliminary event against Funky Monkey. Funky Monkey has been playing a bunch of Hogak-style AggroVine decks. This deck has a ton of fast mana and a Sensei's top, so I typically keep these kind of hands. This hand is just itching for a payoff spell. Here's the Bazaar of Baghdad. Let's see what the damage is. The damage is a Vengevine and a Collector Roof in the yard and a Hollow one in play, but no Vine trigger. Not as bad as it could possibly have gone. So our opponent is a Force of Vigor deck. We need to try to sequence in a way where we don't get blown out by Force of Vigor too heavily. And I think the answer to that is play everything, spin the top, and if there's a blue card, we can just pass and then go for something on the next turn while holding up Force. We're going to try to bait a Mental Misstep on our Mana Vault. Of course, if we do find a PO in our spin, we can cast it, so we need to be a little bit careful about mana here. Let's see. If I were to have Mental Misstep get my Vault get Mental Misstep, play Soul Ring, I guess I won't be able to play PO. If nothing gets Mental Misstepped, I will be able to play PO after a spin no matter what, so... Okay. All right, we're just looking for a PO. Did not find a PO. Did find a Sapphire and a Force. So plan is now leave Force on top for a possible Force of Vigor. Hold Underground Sea in my hand so that I do not get wastelanded. Draw into Sapphire and go Merchant for PO. And this is a pretty good line. I mean, it's nice to have a ton of fast mana against this deck. Of course, the thing we're most worried about is Vigor and a Collector Roof. So there was no Vigor. Force of Will and Collector Roof is still also something that we want to keep in mind. And we're not going to be POing for 6. We're going to end up being POing for 5. I mean, 7. We're going to be PO for 5 because we'll have to lose the top. But 5 with a Sapphire is pretty good. No play from Minor Misstep. You kind of need a tempo deck to be play in for Minor Misstep to work, and I don't really think those exist right now. Format's a little too fast. Like a Delver style deck that makes blue mana. I didn't really expect to see any play. I didn't have a very high evaluation of that card. I know some people thought that card was very good. I looked at that card and I thought that card was pretty bad. So, all right, my opponent pitches a Hollow One and 2 Besagus. So that means they are likely found double Force of Vigor. If my opponent is pitching Hollow One double Besaju, I think that means they've likely found double Force of Vigor. Okay, no, that's not the case. So all we need to do is beat 1 Force of Vigor. Interesting. So why would my opponent pitch a Hollow One? Of course, it could be on accident. Maybe the answer is they have Force of Vigor, green card, and Collector Oof. That could make a lot of sense. Okay, so I'm going to draw that Force of Will, and then we're going to lose our top to grab the Opal. Sorry, to grab the Sapphire, and then we're going to go Merchant PO. Okay, here is an upkeep Force of Vigor. Not much I can do other than draw and force it. And then I think we should still have enough mana to make the play we were looking for. Top. Draw. C. Sapphire. Merchant Scroll. PO. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. PO. Huh. Not a very good PO for 5. Considering we don't have the ability to replay anything. We drew 3 lands to Fairy Brainstorm, and I think there's likely to be a Oof on the way. So I'm going to cast Brainstorm and see if we can draw something better. I'd like to be able to Teferi the Oof, but I am down a land drop because I chose to hold my Underground Sea in my hand because I wanted to play around Wasteland, which I think was the right call. So let's Brainstorm. Okay. So we can draw through some amount of cards here. But we're only going to draw 1 new card if we do this now. We're not taking so much damage that we are in trouble. So there's a world where we can just... I feel like there's a world where we can just hold the Ancestral and then fetch. Because currently, if my opponent plays a Collector Roof, we won't be able to cast Teferi on our next turn anyways. Does that make sense? Because we'll draw 2 lands and 1 unknown. Is it better to wait, fetch away one of the lands, and draw a fresh 3? I'm assuming my opponent has a Collector Roof as their final card in hand. I think that makes the most sense. I think it's still fine to draw... Well, I can't play Teferi right now because I don't have the mana. And if my opponent plays Collector Roof, I won't have the mana again. I mean, my turns are very easy if I could actually play my... Yeah, I did not draw the white Moxen, unfortunately. Right, that's why this whole play is forced. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to draw one unknown card with it. I think I'm just gonna cast Ancestral. Okay. Fair enough. Am I running cold or am I running ice cold? Where is Raphael? Raphael told me if I PO for 3, I automatically win. And I PO'd for 5 and then cast Ancestral, and I'm losing this game by a lot. That's a good draw. All right, just need to draw a PO. I have 2 draws to do it here. I think even if I draw a blank, I'm going to be Teferi bouncing. That is not a blank, so... All right. I can only draw so many lands, right? I have to draw some action at some point. All right. Bounce Collector Roof. Flusterstorm. Please, Sensei's top. I need help. Oh my god. So does it... Okay, we draw... I can still draw PO here. Okay, that, I guess, is fine. I don't have any other ways to bounce a Collector Roof, though. I cut the repeal at the last minute. So I can take 4 and tinker or something? This looks really bad. I think we're going to lose this game, which is kind of unimaginable after I PO'd for 5. The problem is I won't have any mana. If I PO the Teferi, I'm going to be taking lethal, right? I go to 7. Oh, actually, yeah, I can't. I don't have enough mana. I don't think we have enough time. I think we're going to lose this game. If I had a Swords to Plowshares, it would be pretty... It wouldn't even be that good. I can't force it. I don't... This is a Mystical Tutor. I can PO and draw my deck, but then I'm going to die. Have dress downs. I would have to draw exactly PO on my dress down or something like PO. Because I'll be facing lethal, but I think that's my only line. Because any other line is... The only other line is Tinker Citadel, which could work. If I go to 7 and I Tinker Citadel... I have to find a dress down. I don't think they're going to kill Teferi, chat. I'm pretty sure Teferi will stay in play, and I'm going to go to 7. It's the 2 lines are... I mean, I don't have to go for PO or Demonic. I could technically go for Ponder. Well, I'll only have 7 life to work with. And I have some pretty heavy hits in here. And even if I dress down, it will be hard. I guess it won't be super hard. I'll be at 7. I don't think I like demonic dress down because I only get 1 draw. And the same goes for like Ponder or anything like that. So I think I'm going to go for Tinker Citadel with 7 life. I wish I had a Sphinx of the Steel in, huh? But... All right, so they should definitely attack me. They tech to Fairy? Oh, opponent. Oh. Shouldn't say anything. Nope, they're still attacking to Fairy. Okay, I think that play is really bad. Now I have a bunch more life to work with. Maybe they think I have a Sphinx? I don't know. All I know is we're tinkering. Let's tinker the Emerald, I guess. Well, I guess the blue mana should never matter because we're casting. No, the blue mana might matter. Let's tinker the Emerald. All right, Citadel, how kind are you to me? Hercule's Recall. That's not very kind of you. All right, take 2. All right, Ponder. That's a good one. Oh, actually, I did bounce a hollow one. I didn't consider that. All right, Ponder. All right, dress down PO. So game over. All right, that was a close one. Does it make sense to PO? No, it doesn't make sense to PO for life. Ooh, baby. My deck was really like, you might lose. You might lose. I do think my opponent's attack was a little bit on the sus side. Oh, we got another PO, so just play everything out, and then PO again, and then we'll combo kill them. Oh man, that was a little dicey. I kind of like the way we played the game, though. I do think I like the way we played the game. I probably could have done the Lotus, but we don't really need that much anyways. No, there's no reason to. There's absolutely no reason to use any more life. The game is lock. It's deterministic from here. So. Oh, it's not deterministic exactly because I have a dress down in play. But what I can do is play all my things. It is deterministic, but not from Mentor. So I shouldn't have even played Mentor at all. I kind of forgot about that. I shouldn't have played Mentor at all because I forgot I was dressed down. But what we're going to do here is we're going to draw our library, play all of our Moxen, sack them to Citadel, and then Yogg-Will them back, including Citadel, and then sack them to Citadel again and deal 20 life. So Mentor dress down, a little bit of a Nombo over there, but you don't need it when you've drawn your deck. So no, you don't need to because you have deterministic Yogg-Will. All right. I really like how we played that game. We are playing against Collector-Roof.deck. We're going to bring in all of these cards. We're going to bring in Sphinx. We're going to bring in Plains and Tabernacle and not Tormod Script. And we're going to bring in Needle. How are we going to board? Well, we're going to board Hercules out. We're going to board Citadel. Haven't decided on Citadel yet. We're going to board Lavinia out. Maybe. I don't think I'm going to have enough cards to board out here. We're going to board out 2 Opals, 2 Flusterstorms. Mental Misstep, Knight's Whisper, Narset. Does this make sense? I think I still like Lavinia, even on the draw. I definitely want Dress Down and all of my removal. I definitely want Force. I could see not wanting Citadel on the draw. Maybe we would keep in Mental Misstep at that point. Teferi is just another way to bounce Oof. Whereas Narset just dies. Don't typically like Narset. Don't think I need double top if I'm taking out Citadel, though. I don't think I'm supposed to take out Citadel, to be honest with you. I think I'm just going to take out these cards here. This could be overboarding, but we'll see. Two vines are gone. I think this is just a keep. Yeah, what's up? Nope. I just have some tendies. I didn't have any food left in the house. No nice meal tonight. What I need to do, I wonder if chat has any suggestions. I got like a hot sauce, like a variety pack of hot sauce, and they're all great. Except for one of them is mango hot sauce, and I have no idea what to do with it. I don't think it's very good. Fortnite, huh? Damn. I was really bad at that game. All right, my opponent is going in on the Root Wall of Life. The good news for that is we have a Tabernacle. Oh my god, my opponent went in. I see. All right, well, show me what you got. Oh my god, we're I mother I gotta go find I'm just gonna get my recording real quick. Start. Oh boy. All right, Collector Oof, Cradle, Yavimaya. Wow, I clicked out of it so fast. It's actually incredible. It's actually gone for the smallest amount of time. I can't even. Oh my god, Cradle, Yavimaya, Rootwalla, Oof. Okay, all right. Anyways, I think we just tab this board. And I'm trying to figure out if we do anything else. Yavimaya, Cradle, Oof. Like, we could go Mystical, Time Walk or something. I think it's just all kind of bad. That was not great. So here, I'm surprised they didn't play out Collector Roof here. I feel like it would have made a lot of sense. Oh, they hit a hollow one, so they are going to do all of it. I see. Okay. We are going to die. No, we're not going to die. I guess what we'll do is get a Tundra and Mystical for balance, and then balance them. But then we have no cards in hand. Holy moly. I kind of wish we had drawn a Mox so that I could have gone Time Walk with my Academy. I'm kind of screwed. Like, I don't know if I'm actually actively winning if I balance them here. Is there a better line? We have a Lotus that we can't tap. Maybe the best line is to just Mystical for swords. We can vamp for will before balancing. I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna Mystical for swords. I think we have enough life to give on that one. Well, my opponent's gonna have one card in hand. Okay, my opponent will have one card in hand. But I have to get a Tundra to balance. And then I will lose a land. I don't like that very much. I was like trying to vamp for... Man, I really dislike the way I played this game. Maybe I should have done something else on turn 1 with my Lotus. I knew my opponent had Cradle Oof. Or Yavimaya Oof. I kind of didn't think about it because I was trying to figure out what they had, and then I just did not think it through. I just don't think this balance is good. Like, what am I going to keep if I balance here? I lose my Academy, and maybe I lose my Tabernacle, actually, seeing as they have a Gaia's Cradle. So maybe I lose my Tabernacle, and I keep Vamp. If I Vamp for Yogwill, though, I actually won't be able to do both at the same time, right? Maybe you just have to keep Ponder. No, we have a Sphinx, but I just can't cast it. Like, I can put Tinker on top here, and then Time Walk, and hope to hit a land. Well, I mean, I can just cast Swords. I'm just gonna go with Swords, though I could see balance being correct. I guess I don't need the Swords. Wait, why am I doing this when I have Time Walk? I'm so bad. Okay. Let's start with Time Walk. There has to have been a better line than whatever I took. Whatever I just did. I'm just like losing my mind. Sorry, chat. Oh, I didn't draw. I think this was horrible. I think this was so bad. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I shouldn't even storage there, probably. I played that horribly. I played that horribly. There was definitely some kind of deterministic play we could have made there that was good. And I'm not sure what it was, but I definitely didn't make it. I'm like pretty worried now we might get Besiege'd. Oh, we got strip mined. Okay. Oh, but they're gonna save strip mine for Tabernacle? No, they're not. Wow, that's such a good play by them. So did I can't vamp anymore. So I have to draw Mox. Wow, I threw this game so badly. Yeah, that loses. Oh, yeah, I played this game horribly. Okay, we'll go next game. I did draw badly, but I also played horribly, so. I just did not factor in the fact that I could Mystical Tutor and then Time Walk. So bad. Yeah, I gotta play a little bit faster. Why this hand is not good either. I threw that game. I'm pretty sure we had a win in that game. I just don't remember. I just don't know what I did wrong, but I definitely did something wrong. I think the mystical was just wrong. It should have been balanced or something more powerful. This needs to be back. Keep. Bottom. This isn't gonna work. Oh. I think we're just gonna lose. Oops. They kept a 7-card hand. Yeah, this looks bad for me. I needed to win that game too. I took too much time. Oh, I threw this one. Why am I playing so badly these days? Ah. Nah, we just don't have any action. We're gonna die to their next attack. Like, they're gonna play a land, get back Blood Gas, they'll activate, find more things. It's not good enough. We have to draw, like, exactly Tinker to win this game, probably. I don't even remember what the 6 was, so. They could have been. I just didn't see something quickly with it, so I threw it away. So my opponent has a Beseiju that they're... No, they don't have a Beseiju that they're holding. Maybe they have a third Beseiju? Sure. I specifically chose not to play my land so that I wouldn't get wastelanded, but that is the downside. I could have technically played Black Lotus instead, but it's fine. I'm off it. I don't really care anymore. I should have played the Black Lotus so I could have hardcast Forest, but we're just losing from there. So it's like, if we use Lotus and Mana Crypt, we're just losing, so. Oh well. I threw game 2, and that's the one we needed to win. All right, we just spent the time in between rounds talking with chat about different lines in here and where we really messed up. Obviously, there was just so many more things we should have done from this point. I think I very much I zeroed in too hard on Tabernacle when I had open to me lines like Vamp for Mana Crypt, Time Walk, Mystical for Tinker, Tinker for a Sphinx, which I think is totally reasonable. And then there were definitely more choices we could have made after the Tabernacle. I did not really consider the fact that I had a Time Walk here. So there's more choices here. So there's like a bunch of different choices. Like, but basically, I zoned in on the Tabernacle because they had so much power in play. But then I got kind of lost in the sauce and wasn't able to, because I know they were playing a Collector Roof on turn 2. I have to make some kind of other play than the play I made. So that one's no good. And then in game 3, we just mulliganed and I was like obviously extremely tilted. Like theoretically, you could do some kind of weird keep with this 6-card hand, but I don't think it's very good. Maybe the play was just mulligan to 4 and just hope for a Tinker, but this deck, they have 4 Boseiju, so like hoping for a Tinker is a little risky, but yeah. I think Balance is definitely worth playing as it's another way to get rid of Collector Roof. I don't really think I'm in on like all-in balance lines on turn 1 against, or on turn 1 against the opponent's deck though. It's mostly just using as like a board clear to buy me a turn, and then I can untap and Tinker or PO or something. Like if a lot of the time in this matchup, I'll go play my Moxen and everything, pass the turn, they play all their stuff, I balance and then PO, you know, or something like that. Anyways, I played really badly, obviously. The main thing I'm upset about is this game 2, turn 1. I think we could have just done so many more powerful things. Okay, here we go. Round 2. We're up against Mick Winsauce, powerful MTGO grinder. They're probably playing initiative of some kind, either mono white or blue white initiative with Tinker. I'm gonna keep this hand and just play the magic cards, I think. I'm gonna hold one of these in my hand. So I think I'm just gonna go Flooded Strand, Mana Crypt, play everything that is not Opal. Yeah. I just don't know what happened. P9, like I don't know. I just like think I lost my confidence, and once I lost my confidence, then everything's kind of been falling apart recently. It's so weird because I played game 1 of round 1, like I think like extremely well. So if my opponent plays a Thalia or an Archon, I think we want to hold this Mox. So yeah, but it's not just today. It's like the last month or two. I think it's mostly a mental thing, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we've seen Gataxian Probe, which means it's likely our opponent is not playing mono white. They could still be playing blue white initiative Tinker or any deck really. Winsauce definitely has range. That's an interesting concession. Pretty good draws though. I still think I can. I still feel like I can make the assumption. Nah, it's tough. Well, I think they have to probe to know they're dead, right? So what deck doesn't feel like it can win from that situation and has Gataxian Probe? There was no Luris reveal. I'm pretty sure they're on blue-white initiative, is what I like the scam deck. But I feel like that deck could win through Mentor with, I mean, it's not like they probed me and saw PO. They probed me and saw Mox land. Like, what deck is not beating me through there? That's very confusing. I think I want to put some removal in my deck. Unfortunately, the land run is the same weekend as my buddy's bachelor party. So it's a no-go for me. I was definitely looking at it. It is kind of hard to get to, but I was figuring I could fly into Dallas and then drive up, but I just, not a good weekend. I think it's Tinker Initiative. That's what I think. And I'm going to take out Narset, Mystical. What was the third card I took out? Urkels. Sure, that seems fine. Well, they have Creature Exile. They have swords in their deck. I don't know what deck concedes there. I guess we'll find out together. I think if I were them, I probably would have played out the game, but we'll see. We'll see. This looks fine. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's, I don't know. Like, I'm not presenting lethal, so it's not like if they're a combo deck or something. Like, they have to be. I think it has to be blue-white, right? It can't even be mono-white. Even mono-white there can just have a Solitude or something. And like, again, if I had a PO in my hand, I think, well, I mean, I would have PO'd on turn 1, but I feel like I would I would feel differently, you know? Like, oh, they could concede because they're gonna die, but I have no idea. Like, I still feel like blue-white initiative should play through that mentor. The deck has got some powerful draws, like Tinker, you know? Maybe they kept like a Saga-reliant hand, and the Saga hand's not going to beat Mentor or something. All right, well, let's find out together. Let's not find out together. I don't think I want to show this Tundra, but if my opponent slams an Archon, it's like a little annoying. I guess I can just end of turn dress down into PO though, so I think I'm gonna hold the Tundra. I'm not 100% convinced I'm correct, but my opponent could still be a Wasteland deck. Really hard to say. Okay, double blue fetch. Emerald, Lotus. Okay. Pass. Okay. Mentor. They have Hardcast Force, right? I think it's better to just hold up PO for 2. Pass. They have a pile of flusters. I think I can wait again. Do I want to play it out, or do I want... Yeah, I think I'm going to play this out and pass again. Something's got to give, right? Oh, Volcanic Island. Oh, okay. 4-color red and 6. That I might concede to the mentor. All right, okay. That makes a ton of sense. Okay, cool. Everything makes sense now. Yeah, I guess it could still be Oath. True. So if I were to PO here, the storm count is 2, and I could pay for 2 if I want. I think I'm gonna. Oh no, not that one. This one. So this is gonna be Pyroblast. Okay. Good draw. They don't have Hardcast Force up anymore either. So they have to have Force Blue card here. Mentor, sweet. Uh-oh. I think I'm correct to hold the top. Maybe they have Hardcast Mindbreak Trap. I guess they could still be Oath, and this could be a real big problem, but we know a card in hand? What am I missing? Oh, I thought they replayed the fetch land. Activates an ability of Renin 6. Puts Flooded Strand. Oh, maybe they have a Polluted Delta in hand? I can't remember. I don't know. You might be right. You could be right. I don't know. All right, so the only way this is like a crazy backfire is if my opponent is on Oath, right? What is this? Negation? Oh, they have Mind Break. Why didn't they Mind Break Trap the Mentor? They have to have Oath as their last card, right? Oath has to be the last card. Okay, so if Oath is the last card, because that's the only reason they wouldn't Mind Break Trap the Mentor itself, I think we want to dress down and see if we can draw Flusterstorm. Or we could hold dress down and go for the Oath trigger. That's fair, but this top is really good. I guess there's like a very low chance I'm going to save top anyways. All right, so can we beat Oath trigger with dress down swords? Definitely possible. My opponent knows both my cards, right? So it's definitely Oath. Okay, so they're probably playing the Maharu Oath after Maharu won the last tournament. One card in hand. All right, I mean, we have some answers. Mentor is definitely a lot worse when it's Oath. I thought that they might have Mind Break Trap the way they played it out, and they did. Ping the Mentor token. This is an interesting play. I could dress down here. So if I dress down, I guarantee 4 damage, putting them to 9. Which won't stop a Grizzlebrand activation. I have to dress down before the creature enters play, because if it's... No, I don't have to do it. Yeah, because they'll just get the trigger or draw with Grizzlebrand. I don't think it's worth it to hold the dress down. I think I want to try to kill them. Realistically, I need 1 spell and then to swords the other token. Yeah, I'm going to dress this down in response. No, I'm doing the math wrong. I might need 2 spells, but I have a dress down draw. Night's Whisper is insane. All right. Snap Probe as well. All right. Night Whisper. Mana Vault. Merchant Scroll. Currently, I'm at 7. This is 10. And then Snap Probe is... Or Merchant Scroll or anything. Anything works. I don't want to Snapcaster in case they have Pyro somehow still. Okay. Hello, Knight's Whisper. All right, so they were on 4-color. I still don't think they should have conceded, right? I was dealing 3. I was dealing 3. I was dealing 4, 7. It'd be close. All right, here we go. Round 3, Vintage Prelim with our trusty Esper PO. What do we got here? Kind of an awkward hand. If we go Underground Sea, Mana Vault, pass, and then we vamp for Tinker, play a land, we're 1 mana short of tinkering with Hardcast Force backup, right? I think the answer here is Underground Sea, top Lotus go. And then we can determine... Sorry, Underground Sea, Mana Vault, Lotus go. And then we can determine what we want to do from there. It heavily decentivizes Wasteland with the amount of mana we have. And we technically get to hold up our Force of Will. And we still have the option of... Okay, so they're on some kind of aggro deck. We're gonna play against another AggroVine player. Collector Oof has been called. All right, well. Oh, Collector Oof and Force of Vigor has been called. They pitched the Collector Oof to the Vigor. I'm like kind of interested in just vamping for Ancestral. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to use Force to keep around the Mana Vault. The answer is probably yes. It's not... Oh, no, 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 no! Cancel, 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 cancel! I just have a top I can play because I thought they played it at end of turn. I just did not realize they did play that in the middle of my main phase. Sorry. I did not realize they played that in the middle of my main phase. I would have played my top out. Okay, so my opponent had... do you have Hollow One Vengevine? Okay. I mean, this deck just always has 9 power on turn 1 every game. What's a guy to do? I think we're just dead now. You would have cast it in main phase? Why? Uh-oh. End phase. So if I vamp down to 14, down to 13, I take 9 and go to 4. Like, what am I playing towards here? I mean, I'm gonna have to play towards some kind of insane ancestral, I think. I don't really know what else I can do. The fact that they can have 9 free power and a piece of free interaction every opening hand is just so crazy. Unfortunately, that probably isn't good enough with the Lotus already gone. They also, I guess they're not returning Bloodghast this turn, but soon. Okay, so if I draw, so I take 9, I go to 4, I go to 3. If I draw Mox off the top, go Mentor, Mox, top, draw, hit Mox. Yeah, tab is in the sideboard. There's a lot of AggroVine today, huh? 2 players. I don't even particularly hate the AggroVine matchup. I think it's pretty reasonable, though I did take out a lot of cards that are good in the matchup. Are you going to hit another Vine activation? No way, right? Okay. That's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty much game. All right, cool. I mean, holy hell. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see if I can get redemption for my previous failures here. Uh-huh. These cards go in. I think on the play, I still like the idea of Citadel, but I don't like to bring in Fluster against Vigor. I don't think it's worth it. Oh, missed the tab though. Ending stinks. It's just things that hit Collector Roof. Why would ending stinks here? Is this what I did last time? Trying to play a bit of a longer game typically. Ending's a lot worse on the draw, but on the play, it's pretty good. His hand is 1 Moxen off. Dress down for the 4 Collector Roofs. 1 Moxen off on this one. Okay. That is certainly a hand. I wish I could protect this needle with Flusterstorm. I wonder if it makes sense to go Mana Vault, top, spin needle. That's just not a winning line. This hand's probably not winning either way. I don't like this. My opponent kept a 7-card Bizarre hand. Fuck! Alright, fair enough. Brutal. I'm just getting murdered tonight. Like my 7 and 6 card hands just weren't playable, so I had to keep 5 cards, and my 5 card is fine, but you can have 9 free power too? How is this deck legal? Ugh, okay. 9 free power, free interaction. Go. We can draw into Tabernacle to buy us some time. Jet Demonic. So if we next turn draw Jet, draw Demonic, Demonic for Yagua, Demonic for Lotus, Lotus, Yogwill. Demonic. Well, I don't have a land in my yard. I know, because I don't have a fetch. So it's just get a Tabernacle if they don't play a land. It's just completely doomed. There's no Tinker lines either, right? It's... I don't even hate this matchup. I kind of like this matchup typically. Oh, well. Hey, there's the Serum Powders and the second Bazaar and the Wasteland. Okay. So no Tabernacle lines. This takes me from... I go to... Okay, I'm dead. I'm just dead. I'm just dead. Wait a second. We could still do the Tabernacle line. We could go Demonic, Lotus, Yogwill, Demonic, Tabernacle, Needle, Wasteland. What are you doing? Why in my draw step? Why in general? I guess in my draw step so I could take 1 damage. That gives us a bunch of extra mana. I don't think we have enough to tinker because we don't have enough colored mana. Because if this was a fetch land for Basic Island, we would have enough to tinker. That's so frustrating. If this is a fetch land for Basic, we would have enough to tinker. All right, well, I have 1 line here. It's Demonic. Lotus. Yogwill. Lotus. So... Black mana. Do I want a Mana Vault? Mana Vault might actually be bad. So what I can do is I can Needle Wasteland and Demonic for Tabernacle, play Tabernacle. They lose everything except for the Hollow one, which they pay for. And then if they have another land in their hand, they kill me with Bloodghast. But I think that's my only line anyways. So I don't think I have any black cards that do anything. If I had a fetch land in my yard, I could fetch for a blue source. Or a black source, I should say, and then crack for blue mana, Demonic for Tinker, Tinker for a Citadel. Well, do I have enough mana to play Untapped Vault? I don't think I do, right? Because I need to Needle Wasteland. So I can't actually play Untapped Vault. I only have 3 mana. Like I everything is hinging on the fact that I don't have a fetch land to get from my yard. And even then, it only buys me a turn. So I would have to hit something crazy on the next turn anyways. Wish there was a balance line. But I just don't have any extra mana. No, we don't have a fetch. We had to have a fetch. We have to magically make one appear in our hand. This doesn't even buy me a turn. It doesn't even always buy me a turn. If they have another land in their hand, they just bring back the Bloodghast. But so this gives me maybe a turn. If I get a turn, I could maybe draw Ancestral into land, double mana Tinker or something. Ancestral into land, Time Walk into Tinker. There's just like some options. This is like another reason I just do not want Flusterstorm. Didn't have the mana for it. So they should activate their Bazaar, look for a land. If they hit a land, they win. Oh, they just have a land in their hand. Okay, cool. Awesome. And they had a Besiege You as well, so even a Sphinx line would probably not have worked. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Can't ask for much more from their side of the table, I would say. Oh, God, they brought in Mindbreak Traps as well. It's not supposed to get there. That's not the point. The point is to buy me time. Unfortunately, nothing is buying me enough time there. My opponent's hand was just too strong. All right, well, I got the buy in round 4. I can't say I'm unhappy about it because I did need the prize points here, the QPs, so that I can make sure I can stream all the upcoming final vintage events of the season for everyone. I would, of course, like to have played more Magic, but it is what it is. I do feel like we did some learning today. Some bad variants, but also definitely there were spots where we had tons of room for improvement. To go so wildly from round 1, game 1, where I felt like I played great, and round 1, game 2, where I really just threw away the whole match in one game. Pretty big swings, but some of the things I like are, it's hard to say because we played against AggroVine, which is a pretty polarizing matchup. And the 4-color Deathrite Shaman deck, which I actually think, or the 4-color, sorry, not the 4-color Shaman, ended up being Oath. The Oath matchup is actually quite difficult, so it was nice to have like pretty strong hands against them and be able to do, powerful things. I don't know exactly what I'll end up on for the showcase. This video will actually go out after the showcase. But hopefully it'll be something good, and hopefully we'll win and continue getting to stream high-level vintage. New vintage content every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on my YouTube channel. I will see you then.